Hello, everybody. How are you doing today, you guys? Hopefully, you're doing well. Hopefully, you're having a good day. Um, you can see I'm doing the live stream today from the coffee shop. Got something to drink, and that's where we're at, you guys. In my area, there's a lot of work being done today. The internet's not quite available, so we're going to do it just from the coffee shop and see what happens here, how that pans out. Um, I will keep it a little short today just because hopefully you can hear me well. I'm using a plug-in mic that I got. I think it's probably going to be better quality than the other one. Charles, hello, sir. What's up? I'll say hi to everybody. Yeah, Charles. Oh, after afternoon. Yeah, the afternoon to you too, sir. Oh, it's just been one of those weeks. It's been fun though. Did take the granddaughter down to a place here in town that's called Quarter Barrel, and yeah, she got to play on a pinball machine. She played with her aunt, Crystal, my daughter, and she had fun. She had quite a bit of fun. So it's interesting how fast they catch on. She even figured out she had to put the quarter in the slot. She caught on real quick to that. So it's been fun. Because I'm not doing this at home, I obviously don't got my desk to show, but most of my stuff's painted. I did have a resin T64 that I showed you guys last week. That Russian tank I painted come out pretty good, pretty good. So it's just a matter of we're pretty much ready to go. I had purchased a map from Etsy in the UK there, and they said it's been shipped. So we'll see. Hopefully, I get it in time before we go. We're down to what, about 3 weeks before the show, roughly. And then it'll be interesting, then, Charles. But today, I'm just kind of doing an impromptu show from the coffee shop with something to drink and good to go at that point. So we will take it from there and let me know how this mic sounds to you there, Charles, if it sounds okay. And I know my voice is a little bit off. It's been kind of a sinusy thing this week, so it's just been fun. But other than that, man, it's been a good week. Been a good week. Got most of what I set out to do accomplished, and uh, yeah, so that'll work. I don't really have any other huge updates other than we'll be out there, like I said, in about 3 weeks. The March to Victory show, we'll be doing that. We didn't do our gaming today at noon like we normally do. And I didn't have a video to put up, so I'm sorry, you guys. We've been trying to either do our gaming at noon or also have a video to put up. But today, the group decided they were going to go do RC things. And because Gamers with Coffee also has, an RC gaming page on Facebook. Actually, it's called RC Annex by Gamers with Coffee. So if you like, you know, remote controlled vehicles, cars, whatever you want to mess with, that's kind of what we have it for. And so people in the group, they wanted to go and do that, but it all fell apart. So that didn't happen either. So yeah. Well, hey, how are you, Mythos, sir? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing this from the coffee shop, Mythos, because lots of construction in my area, and just it's just a better option to do it here. So we will try that for a little bit today, and then Minnie Warmuth's got a mug he designed, and I know you've seen that earlier. And I told him go back and put some colors in there. So now you could go buy one of his mugs and you know help support him because he's a cool guy. And Charles, you've been sick. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Just starting to recover. I know how that goes. I wasn't really sick. I had like some sinus pressure for like a day and a half or so. It was pretty severe, and then it was gone. But it left me with a runny nose and like whatever head cold for about a week. But other than that, I haven't been sick. So not sick enough to not work, or whatever. And so I worked on the weekend. So, which occasionally will happen with my job sometimes. But I'm glad you're recovering there, Charles. You got to be careful too with all those chick games you have out, Charles. You get too sick and sneeze, whoop, that could wipe your whole board out, man. You know, so don't do that. Don't do that. But anyways, you guys, it would just be a very quick show today. There. Yeah. Hey, Charles Mythos says to feel better soon, sir. Fab better? Oh yeah, feel. I know how that goes, Mythos. I got you. Typos happen. Things happen. So I don't know if you missed it or not, Mythos, but the little miniature that I play with, the granddaughter, we took her to a place where she could play with a pinball machine. She got to put the quarter in, push the button, watch the ball pop up, showed her how to do the handle, set her up on there, played with the flippers. She was just watching the ball. Kid loved it. She loved it. So, I mean, right down to when I took the quarter out of my pocket, she's like, she wanted to grab it and put it in the machine herself. So I think she's a little gamer. and that's good. That's good. I got a funny little video of that. Actually, I might send that to you on your messenger, Mythos, so you can see it. That way, I'm not just making it up. But thankfully, Keegan was there. He did not dance in public, so that's good. We did the family thing without him dancing in public, so that was okay. And boy, it's been a good week though for getting things done on the miniature end. I'm also still doing work in my house too, so I got part of my front room painted and getting that set up because I got to redo the flooring and stuff in there. And things are just pretty much moving along, man, at a breakneck pace. Holy cow. Taylor? It is Taylor. How are you, sir? Yeah, it is awesome there, Mythos. It's pretty cool. I'll send it to you. And I'm sorry, Charles, you haven't had a chance to do any gaming or. Well, if you've been sick, man, you got to take care of yourself. I mean, you can't really game if you feel like crap and you got to lay down. You just got to lay down and do that. I mean, get over it. That way, you're better able to play your games. You're getting over a cold too. You know what? I think everybody is, Taylor. Everybody's got this head cold thing going around. I mean, oh, dang it. Stupid pop ups. Here we go. All right. So Mythos last year got to visit a retro pinball arcade. Machines back. Is it 30s or 40s? Holy cow. And then feel better there, Taylor. Mythos is saying. Wow, Mythos, that's cool. 30 or 40, that's a long time back, man. But whoever invented the pinball machine, they made a killing. They really did. They really did make a killing. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could show if it'll work for showing on the phone or not, but it was kind of cool. I don't know if it will. It might though. I think it will. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this to play, you guys, for you. So you can. Okay, there you go. You'll be able to see, right? See her sitting on the pinball machine. Let's see. Let's see if is it going to play or now it's going to load, huh? For God's sakes. It should work. Maybe it doesn't want to load in here. Oh, well, if it'll play, I'll let it. I'll get it to do it. But anyways, yeah, she had a blast, you guys. She did. And if you guys are sick, then the only thing you can do is take it easy. I like that, Taylor. You've been playing a fistful of lead, got that Western thing going there. That's cool. I don't know. Apparently my phone wants to rebel against me too. Go figure. It is what it is. It's kind of hard to do some of these things, I guess, when you're in like a public place off of their network. Although it seems to work most of the time. And I think if you do drink enough of that, you will sterilize your blood there, Taylor. So good. That's good. Sorry, guys. I'm not normally distracted like this trying to. It seems like today it's just everything is like fighting me, trying to get things done today. And that's what makes it interesting. Yeah. Well, it just might work. Here, I'm just trying to share this because, I'm a goofball that way. There we go. Let's see here. See, she's kind of sitting on here. See if it'll work. There you got it. Push a button. See? There's the ball. See the ball? Okay, remember this? Let it go. There goes the ball. Watch the ball, Maya. Here we go. She's just watching it. She figured out real quick where that ball comes out, and then she wanted to pull the plunger. Yeah, I know. We're getting her addicted to gaming. They're trying to get it now. So she had fun, you guys. That was it. I'm sorry, I had to share that. So there you go. But she had lots of fun. Took her over, let her play like Pac-Man and Galaga and the racing games. And this place is all older, all the 80s arcade games, so Tron and all that. All the stuff that sucks quarters, it's called quarter barrel. So you go down and you get quarters and you play the games and you're good to go. So she had a blast. She had a blast with that. And then I couldn't get her away after that. She just wanted to keep staying where the pinball was, and she'd try to put quarters in the slot there. She kept pulling a plunger. She caught on pretty quick, man. I thought it was cute too, Taylor. Thank you. But yeah, so there you go. I had to share that. But that is it for me, you guys. I've got lots of stuff done in the miniature world. My stuff's getting caught up. That's what I've got to do anyways. Now I have to break down and do another set of 24 miniatures, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but it's the amount of detail on them. Oh, hey, Mini Warmutt's coming you're off to a barbecue? Okay. All right. We forgive you then. We forgive you, sir. Go to your barbecue. Go spend some time with the family. Have some fun. It is all good. Actually, I wish I could go to a barbecue. But I don't have a barbecue tonight, so I'll figure it out. Probably just do something simple. That's the easiest way, anyways. But barbecue weather doesn't. The snow doesn't stop me. I'm one of those weirdos that goes out there, and I'll still turn the grill on when it's snowing. I just won't stand out there with it. I'll go out and check every few minutes. But yeah, with spring coming up, for sure, barbecuing and food is part of gaming, man. If you don't eat, can't have your strength of game. He's taking off there, Charles. He's just stopping by for a moment there. And, but yeah. So, been a good week, you guys. I'm glad you guys are all alive and well. So many people in so many areas, and just not having, good fortune and stuff. And we're all fortunate that we got up. Every day you get up to complain is a good day. It's a good day. I got to silence this phone here. There we go. Now it won't be beeping on us. So, Charles, you were sick. Taylor, you've been sick. Actually, Taylor, have you had a chance to do any models at all lately, or are you building any more models? I don't know if you have anything going on there. Mythos does. He's got quite a bit going on. Yeah, he did. Here we go. So Mini Warmut, before you came on there, Mythos, I'd said Mini Warmut's got a coffee cup now. Somebody finally convinced him to get a mug made. And so now he's got a coffee cup too, you guys. And he hit 1,000 subscribers. So that is an accomplishment. So we're proud of you, Mini Warmut. And he's got a lot of videos he's been putting up. And Taylor, you said you haven't done gaming any of it for months. Yeah, sometimes you'll hit spots where, there's so much going on in the world. All you can do is try to enjoy what you got. And Mythos says he's working on a battle tank for 40K. I thought didn't you just finish one up not too long ago, or was that? And Taylor, you're playing Skyrim on PS3. Yeah, Skyrim's a good game. That's why, like, Elder Scrolls is fun to play on the tabletop, Taylor. But some of this newer stuff, they're throwing back to older days. Yeah, I agree with Mythos. He's like, nice, man. That's nice, Taylor. I have a chance to buy a PS3 from somebody. One of my tenants here talked to me about it. So I got a question for you. Is the PS3 even viable to use on the network? We do have the PS5 at this point. So is the PS3 able to get on and game with anybody, or is it now just kind of a brick? If you could let me know, that'd be cool. Okay, so Mythos says that's the new one that the missus bought for you on Valentine's Day. Oh, okay. All right. Yep. Tanks are always good. You know that I like tanks, Mythos, so build it and people will watch. Yeah. So I got to beef up my Russian force too. Maybe get some T-80s for what I have. Yeah, no good for online. I didn't think it was at this point there, Taylor. This person has one that's basically never been used in all these games. I think they wanted like $50 or $100 for it, but I don't think it's worth getting if you can't really play on it, and I don't have the money to get a PS5 at this point. Yeah, I like the Last of Us game. I did play that. Okay, so Mythos, that makes more sense. And so it's just an old school plug and play like the old Nintendo. I kind of like being able to plug and play things. I'm against this. You have to have internet or you have to be signed in to play. Do you know what I mean? I think that's crazy. You should be able to play the system on your TV. But you notice how they've taken out a lot of, you can't, Nintendo 64, James Bond, perfect example. So four multiplayer, four people that split the screen four ways. You're going to tell me that old cartridge-based system could do it, but these new ones can't. It's not that. They want all four of those people to buy a system. They don't want them to go to a friend's and save. Multiplayer is $25 a month. Yeah. Well, it's just getting to be where I haven't got online and played in a long time. Um, like I've told you guys before, I used to like Call of Duty and Battlefield, that kind of stuff. But or Minecraft, I would spend hours building stuff in Minecraft. But I just haven't. I don't know. I don't really have the desire to get online and game. I guess I still pay for my Xbox Live subscription every month, but I just don't use it. And right now, I couldn't use the TV anyways. I've got my front room moving things around so I can do the work myself and get some stuff done. But Taylor, this is very true, by the way. Very true. You play video games to get away from people. Unless you're in a lobby with a lot of people, Taylor, then but if you're on a machine that's not in a lobby, then oh, come on, I want that to get out of there. Then yeah, I mean, I just I don't know. It got tiring not finding people that want to work together on the objective games. So kind of took the fun out of me. I mean, some of the stories are good to play. Most of the time, people were not even communicating online. They were just more or less there to cause drama and stuff. So I tend to just stay away from it, I guess, for now. But I still pull out my Atari Jaguar and game with that, and I'll pull out the old Atari 2600 once in a year or something, and just make sure it works and run through the games, and all that stuff still works. So that's the nice thing. And yeah, I should just go ahead and stream some of that. That would be probably good for people who know what the games are, But let's see here. Yeah, the Atari was a good console, and it got put down by at the time Nintendo and them. They did their best to smash it because the Atari Jaguar was the first 64-bit system, not the Nintendo 64. So it was quite interesting the amount of effort that was put. For instance, Atari was such a huge hit that in Japan, if you bought it, the fine was ridiculous. Like there was like a $700 fine, if I remember right, that the country fined people for buying it. So what they did is they effectively cut the sales of Atari to Japan off, like boom, just cut its throat. And so it didn't go where it should have went. Oh, there you go. You get mad in Overwatch when your teammates abandon the objective, their mythos. Yeah, yeah. That's kind of how I am. So if I'm playing Call of Duty and we're playing, domination or something, or hardpoint, you've got to secure an objective, and these guys are just out doing whatever, trying to rack up their own kills and increase their KD. They don't want to play together. Yeah, Commodore 64. Absolutely, sir. Remember the Texas Instruments, the TI-99, where you actually had to code it and tell it to count and tell it what to do. Or in television, I believe I have it in television too, sitting in the box. Or Vectrex, remember that one? The standalone, and it had the first 3D vector games. Yes, Taylor. They had them in schools out here too. In the States, the school I was in had them. So yeah, Commodore 64 was a good one too. An Atari 800. Well, see, like I said, Atari should have went further. It literally was put down, and look at the amount of games they had. They and the progress they made. They would have if they could have got the base to buy it, they would have overrun the other companies. The other companies have more money, and then Atari got sold several times. So, um, and then you had games like Zelda, The Legend of Zelda. The original one on the NES. I mean, when it came out, was just fun as hell. You had an awful lot you could do in it. So. Yeah, I still break mine out though. I don't have an 800, but I have the old 2600. I have the Atari Jaguar. There's a Sega Genesis, Game Boy, an NES, N64, an original PlayStation. My God, the graphics were terrible on that. Atari did have some advances nobody else could. They were the ones that said, do the math, right? So, and they had the school teacher that would advertise the Atari. So the Jaguar was pretty cool when it came out. It was quite interesting. But if Atari were today, if somebody could get the money together and look at the PlayStation and look at the Xbox and said, "All right, we're gonna make Atari do something," they would probably get a following that would give these other companies a chance to think about what they're doing, because like the Call of Duty franchise, they just keep reiterating the same old crap over and over and over. The new one they just released, my son got, and I'm like, you're bringing back the old maps like Dome and Rust and all this stuff, which are fun, but you haven't changed it. The gameplay is the same as it was 15 years ago, and you just haven't improved anything really. Actually, the hit detection seems to be worse, and they've nerfed a lot of things in the game. So, because I was checking out the other day at his house and played a couple rounds, and I'm like, this has gone down somewhat. But they churn out the same thing. So if we can break that, I think in the video game world, that would be fantastic. You know, um, but that's just my opinion. My opinion. So until things change a little, I guess I'm more interested in the miniature world at this point. And video games I'll probably get back into, but I didn't buy the newest console. I'm like, yeah, I just didn't this time. I always did before. This time around, I didn't. So, yes, Taylor, I agree with that, and to a degree because they're more worried about how it looks than how it plays. And you can have like I said 100 times. You guys have heard me. Yeah, you can have a beautiful game, but if it sucks, it sucks. I mean, doesn't matter how good it looks. It has to be playable. If it's playable, then hey, then it's not going to matter. Vice versa. Look at some of the old games that people will still play today. The graphics were crap, but they'll just sit there and keep playing the game because it's fun. You know. Mhm. But yeah, they focus on selling, and they're more interested in your quote microtransactions, they like to call them, so you don't feel bad about spending $400 on a bacon wrap skin for your gun and all these imaginary digital things that you can't use. You know, um, I'm not sure about Roblox. I don't really play it that much. I played it a couple times, but Minecraft, they tend to try to work out the kinks in that. But look at Minecraft; it's a world where it does not matter. 20 years from now, it's still going to be going because they can just keep adding things to it. It's a game that never ends, like that song. It just goes on and on, my friends. Yeah, the game that never ends. Um, and they can expand it indefinitely, and that's what they're doing. So Minecraft is here to stay. It's always got that allure of using your imagination and your creativity to do something, and that makes a difference too. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what they do. I mean, you'd think they could come up with something new. Um, and now the focus is on all the VR stuff, but watch people playing them. I'm like, you're standing there in the corner with the headset on. I've tried it, and I'm like, yeah, but it's not. I don't know. It's not the same. I mean, I don't I don't know what to say other than it's an interesting future, I guess, for gamers. So I think for now I'll just stick with my miniatures for a little bit. Video gaming, if people want a game, let me know. I'll get on a game with you guys, but otherwise I pretty much just kind of don't at this moment. Um, but it's all right. I'm having fun anyway. So, like I showed you, if you could take the kids and you could go to like the arcade I did with them and my daughter, they're having fun and watching them have fun. That's what makes me have fun. I have the most fun watching them than I do myself. I enjoy the things I do. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy looking at something I've built and painted and all that. But still, it's more fun to watch for me to watch them have a good time, and it's a kick. It helps me keep going. So, but yeah, you guys, it's an interesting time we have. So, and today I have to keep it just a little shorter, you guys, than normal, just because of what's going on. And um, but it's nice to see things too, like mini warm up hit 1,000, and you got to be almost at 1,000 now. There, Frost and Fist, we got to get you over that 1,000 mark there too. So that will be cool. And you guys will hit that soon also. I think Mini Warmut's got a whole bunch of miniatures though that he has done, so he can do a lot of the uploads he does, and he paints very well. So it's pretty cool. It's cool to watch his channel grow like that. Um, and Taylor, one day we'll have to work on getting you on here or getting out there to see you and doing something. But there we go, you guys. That's it for the week. I'll have a better maybe next week have something more done. I'm pretty focused on that March to Victory event. So um, this weekend just kind of fell apart for us with the gaming on. Like I said, we normally game Saturday afternoon, either here at this coffee shop or at other places, but we just never got around to it today. And the group decided to go do RC things, and then sadly at the last minute that fell apart, so they weren't able to do that. So in the end, we didn't get anything for for our gaming or for our RC group. So well, hopefully, as the weather warms up to the RC page that we have, we'll do more on that. I do got to get some decals for the Gamers with Coffee truck that we have because it's a like a Korean style, Korean era war um, truck. So it'll look pretty good with the logo on it. But other than that, man, I don't know. There's the weather out here is it just bounces around. It's one day it's good, the next day it's friggin' terrible and cold. You know what I mean? And then it's nice and warm like today. Um, Facebook user says, "Can I run your truck in the ditch again?" That would be Katie. Yeah. So you guys, we just got the Gamers of Coffee truck put together, and these RCs aren't cheap. This one run about $350, and my son's girlfriend, or soon-to-be wife, Katie, who's listening right now, she wanted to try to run it. And I'm like, okay, go ahead. And our street was closed off. They're doing all this road work. And I said, now be careful when you make turns. Watch out for the sewers because it's an undone street. This truck's hauling off way in the distance, makes this turn by the curb and disappears. And I'm like, uh-oh. And it had fallen into the sewer, which had nothing in it at the time. It survived though. But yeah, it was good. Yeah, you were just breaking it in, Katie, and the fact that it actually took that kind of abuse. Um, yeah, that's a good thing. And by the way, Katie is the mother of the little miniature that I like to show off. Maya, that's her mom there, Katie. She's the one that took 9 months building that miniature. Good job, Katie. Miniature came out perfect. So I think so. Although she's a little young for us to let her use the control on the truck. Except for well, maybe not. She learns quick. But yeah, the little truck can take some beatings, and getting the logo, like, I want to try to get like a transfer decal for it so we can put it onto the truck, and then that way it'll show off the Gamers with Coffee logo on the truck, because there are some things around here to do with RC, like meets and stuff like that, and it's just kind of a little advertising thing for us. So coffee. So yep, that was fun. I still can picture it in my mind. It just disappeared from sight. But that's all right. Now that street's done, all that work's done. So now, Katie, if you take the truck out there and race it, you're competing with full-size cars. Might not work so good. But yeah. See, you guys, our family, we just have fun. That's what we try to do, is have fun. And if we could do that, we'll do that. As long as it's safe to do, we'll do it. Let me rephrase that. But yeah, so hopefully next week things will be more back to normal for me as far as broadcasting, but we shall see. And in the meantime, it's not a bad thing to have to come to the coffee shop. It's just one of those things where then you got to buy coffee, and it's not cheap. Not cheap anymore. You know what I mean? What happened to those $3 coffees? You mean the $7 ones, or the $6 or $5 or $8? Yeah, they're not cheap. Although I had a coupon, so I took advantage of the coupon on this one. That's the way to do it. Yes, Mythos. Katie's is the mom who created my favorite miniature. Yep. And it's quite possible that the miniature is spoiled. Oh no, I'll still hang out with her long after she's a miniature, I'm sure. But she has grown up quick, man. They grow like weeds. Like, and then she's a funny little kid though. She really is pretty smart. She's funny though. She's funny. But yeah, you gotta enjoy the kids while you can. That's all you can do. Okay, so we'll put this up here. Here you go, Katie. Maybe you could help out. How do we stop them from growing up and no longer being miniatures? I don't know, Mythos. Because as a parent, you get so busy, and before you know it, they go from being a baby to a toddler. They're in school, and you just go through life. I hope so, Katie. Yeah, I think so. I just think it's going to cost me more when she's not a miniature, Katie, because if she can sucker me out of a $7 balloon as opposed to dinner, then probably later it's going to cost me more. So I'll just have to get another job. But I don't know, Mythos. They grow fast. Katie's finding that out, because I'm sure Katie there remembers, when you had your baby shower and you're just waiting for her to get here. And now, crap, she's going to be a year old on the 8th, and that went quick. That went really quick. So, in her miniature size, she is starting to grow pretty quickly. Yeah. So I was looking at her in a cart the other day and the store, and I'm like, wow, man, Katie's right. There's no way she's going to fit in this 12-month-old suit no more. And Charles, your youngest granddaughter turned 3 yesterday. Woo! All right. That's cool. 3 years old is kind of a cool age too, 2 and 3, although they get a little bit sassy though. You know what I mean? Katie will find that out. They don't call it the terrible 2s for nothing, but sometimes it's delayed. And it's like the terrible 3s or 4s. Depends on when it hits them, but they can be a bit rambunctious at some point. Yeah. I bet yours are, Mythos. Yours are, yeah. The older they get, the more expensive it is. The more scarier it is too as a parent because there's so much bad out there that can sidetrack them and take them off in bad directions. And as a parent, you try to warn them, and they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. We know more than you. We got it." And they don't. They just think they do. And that that all you can do is raise them the best you can and hope that they turn out well. You know. But they do get expensive as they grow. It was my fault that you guys all know Crystal, my daughter, but it was my fault when she was like my granddaughter Maya. So when she was little like that, I would get her to like hand the money to the cashier at the store, and I explained to her how to use credit cards one day and stuff, and layaway at Kmart. This is where it got you. My mom called me because she took Crystal one day, and she's all, What did you teach her? I said, what do you mean? She goes, Greg, we're in the store, and Crystal asked me for some toys. And I said, okay, all kids do. She goes, no, no, no. Grandma told her I don't have any cash on me. So Crystal told her, but you have a credit card, Grandma. And my mom's response was, but the credit card is full. And Crystal said, but we're in Kmart. You can do layaway. So my mom ended up back then putting $100-something on layaway for toys and crap for Crystal because Crystal didn't let her get out of, I don't have cash. Well, then you have a credit card. You don't have a credit card, then you have layaway. And that directly was my fault. Yeah. But that was kind of fun. It was just kind of funny. My mom was like, why'd you teach her how money works? And now, sadly, you're on the other end of how the money works. But yeah. Mythos, trying to get away from civilization now. It would be good if you can, but I think time's run out for that. A lot of people have. Those of us that haven't, we're just kind of stuck. Oh, we'll see. It's gonna be interesting. But yeah. So I mean, I don't know. There's fun things like that too. Although my son Josh, he used to like to throw controllers. And they were $49, $59 a whack, and they haven't changed much. They're about $10 more now, but got kind of expensive too. Oh yeah, buckle down and teach allowance. Yeah, but see, Crystal used what they call leverage in the markets, right? She leveraged the money my mom had and got her to put $100 worth of merchandise with $5 down. So really, Crystal should have went into banking. If you're listening, Crystal, you should have went into banking because you got your grandma to leverage that money and end up with more. See, with very little down, and then you got her on a payment plan. So yeah. But hey, that's okay. There are moments in life when you're proud as a parent. My daughter Haley, and she doesn't listen, so I can tell this story. She just didn't like to go to school very much, right? So one day she found out the truth that the school system, gets money per child that shows up every day. All of us adults know this. So right there in the middle of the truant meeting, they were talking about her missing days, and she goes, this is all over money. She reached into her purse, took out a 20, and slid it on the desk to the truant officer and said, how about we just call it even? Yeah. At that moment, I was proud and shocked at the same time. Of course, the conversation got a little bit rough with them down the road, but I just thought it was funny. Charles, your daughter said she was sorry she was expensive. Hey, that's cool. At least she apologized for being expensive. I mean, that's cool though. Very cool. So yeah. You gotta hand it to kids, man. They'll come up with some funny stuff. They really do. And that's what I mean. It's really neat to kind of watch them grow up. And then when they grow up and leave, it's like, ew, I'm a guy. It's not supposed to bug me. And then you're like, it does bug you though. It's difficult some days, but it's okay because I get to see my kids on a regular basis. So that makes it good for me. And I have a dog. So I'm okay. Oh, I don't know, guys. Just take as much time as you can with them because, the whole time thing. But other than that, you got to admire some of the quirky stuff they come up with. I think, well, I know I did some things, I'm sure, to give my mom some problems, but I know my mom still loves me. That's why she watches the show sometimes secretly. But it's all good, right? It's all good. It's all good. Anyways, you guys, I'm glad you are all there. It's about 5 o'clock, so I'm gonna wrap it up a little early tonight because that miniature that we were talking about, I got to go get her in about 40 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and pretty much just call it a day this time. I hope all of you guys have had a good weekend. Have a great week. Take care of yourselves, Charles and Taylor. Get some sleep. Mythos, start saving money because there's more expenses coming, much more. And that's not Games Workshop. That would be children. And there you go. That's my only advice really for today. And I can catch you guys later. I'm sorry I have to end the stream so abruptly, but check out Mini Warmutt's channel and congratulate him, guys. And let him know what you think about his coffee cup. Yeah, it was great having you on here too. Talking with you there, Mythos. I really do consider you guys family. So although Freak's probably not sure about me, but that's okay. One day he'll be okay. And with Don't Tell Mini Warmutt, I want to get one of his coffee cups and I want to tie a string around it and pin it to the wall, okay, in the post office. And when you go, why, Greg? That's because I want to tell Mini Warmutt, hey, I seen your mug on the wall in the post office. Think about it. It's kind of dumb, but it would be funny. All right. I will see you guys later. And Mythos, I want pictures of that tank, man, when you're done. Katie, I'll be there in a little while to pick up the miniature one. And I'll catch up with you guys later.